Gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, our amendment would enhance public safety in communities across the country by striking the provision in the bill that would limit participation in the Urban Area Security Initiative program to just 10 cities. Homeland Security Secretary Napolitano has said that the architecture of Homeland Security begins in the homeland. The Urban Area Security Initiative program protects the hometown by allowing first responders and emergency officials to coordinating response scenarios across jurisdictional lines. Until recently, the program supported these crucial activities in 64 communities, including my own, judged by the Department of Homeland Security to be vulnerable to terrorist attack. That was until we decimated the program by cutting 20% of its funding in the continuing resolution. Rather than allow all communities to suffer cuts proportionately, the Department made matters worse by deciding to eliminate half of the 64 communities from the program, including all 4 communities in upstate New York. Let us not make third mistake this year by limiting participation to this important program to even fewer urban areas. Mr. Chairman, my community of Western New York includes 4 international bridge crossings, the busiest passenger crossing at the northern border, the largest electricity producer in New York State, and the homegrown al-Qaeda terrorist cell, the Lackawanna 6. It sits along 2 Great Lakes, which contain the largest freshwater supply in the world, and is within 500-mile radius of 55% of the American population and 62% of the Canadian population. For 8 years, the Department evaluated Western New York to be a highly vulnerable area and thus eligible for the Urban Area Security Initiative. Now this year, the Department wants to eliminate us from the program, and this bill would codify that decision. Why? What has changed? We are still vulnerable according to the Department's own assessment, and we still need the resources to prevent and respond to attacks. Mr. Chairman, this body should not prevent my community or the other 54 communities the Department has judged to be vulnerable from this essential Homeland Security program. I oppose this provision of the bill, and I urge adoption of our amendment. Mr. Chairman, finally, I'd like to thank the co-sponsors of this amendment, Representative Reichert, Tonko, Ellison, Moore, Wasserman Schultz, Capps, Slaughter, Cuellar, Fudge, and Wilson. And now I'd like to yield to the gentlelady from Nevada, Ms. Berkeley.
Gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Higgins. I rise in support of the Higgins amendment.